Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. Today we have the Crimson Wing, the mystery of the flamingo. Yeah. What's so mysterious about flamingos? They're things you see in Florida all the time, right? It's like sort of like a symbol of the state in a way. No, not really. This is fully taking place in Tanzania, in the middle of Africa, and there's a whole lot more to flamingos than I ever realized. And this is seriously, it's from 2008. It's an hour and 18 minutes. It is so beautifully shot. I can't overstate that. Man, the it's not, it's a documentary. It's from Disney Nature, but it's not treated like an educational type documentary. It's not here to necessarily, here's some facts, here's a list of things that they like to eat, and this is where they go when they use the bathroom. It's not like, kind of, it's not clinical in many ways. It's much more poetic, and the way the narrator speaks it, she's English, and she's, at least I think she's English, unless she is South African, I'm not sure, but she's got an accent, not American. She describes the birth, life, and death of these flamingos in an area that is mostly untouched by humanity. And one of the things, of course, they stated at the end is that, these lands that they're on, that these birds live on, are being encroached upon. And yes, the humans are doing one more thing to mess up the earth, to make it more unlivable, not just for themselves, but for every other creature on it. This place is special, though. It looks completely alien. It looks like a hostile salt water in the shadow of volcanoes, and it looks like an alien planet. And it, depending on the time of year, it could be dry for 6 months at a time, and then it rains, and here come the birds, and they leave. By the way, I'm going to tell you, you need to watch this to the very end. When you think it's all been told, and there are moments where there's no speaking whatsoever, and they just let the visuals tell the story and tell you what it's like in these lands. One of the final shots that they show toward the end is the storm moving in and the rain coming down with lightning flashing and everything else, and you see the silhouettes of birds coming back to the land. It's breathtaking. Seriously, it's some breathtaking visual, just visuals and photography and everything else. It's just, I'm going to just keep gushing about this. But I mean, the thing is about this is that what I didn't realize is that these birds are technically the inspiration for the concept of the mythological creature, the phoenix. Yeah, it's these are firebirds. They are birds of fire. They start out, fluffy and soft and wobbly and trembling and tiny, so tiny, and they can barely stand on their legs, and they certainly can't fly, and they are living at the whims of predators, even other birds in the area, especially other birds in the area. But they have doting parents that watch over them at all times, taking turns, and they're very social creatures. They all, even though they have this area that they all migrate to and start mating, and by that mating dance, by the way, the mating process is mesmerizing and kind of funny, but it's just the way they move to impress each other and to get attention and somehow find a mate and work things out, and they give birth to maybe one egg, and they raise that child and try to protect it as best they can. They don't have a whole lot of, with their curved beak and everything else, there's not a whole lot of things they can do other than flap to ward off predators and run. That's about it. And fly. And when they know that their chicks, the little ones, certainly can't fly, it becomes a running game for everybody in many cases. So, but yeah, when you see them just evolve, they follow one particular bird, and I'm sure it's not the same bird. How can you tell them apart out of the millions that are on screen? Like, they're going to keep track of those one freaking bird? I don't think so. But they show different stages of the bird's life as they grow older and how they deal with everything. And the predators that they run into, whether it's other birds that are just long beaks, just dripping in blood, ready to just grab the littlest one they can find that's a little too slow. Those moments are a little bit upsetting. And all the beauty that you see throughout this, if you can't handle watching little tiny birds get rattled to death by other birds, or say a mongoose. There's one scene with a mongoose where he literally just grabs a bird that's only slightly smaller than him and just runs off with him. Bird's not even dead. Just, I got one, and runs off. And then there's what looks like hyenas or something along those lines later on. But yeah, if you're a little upset, they don't. When you have these kind of creatures, there has to be predators out there, and they have to show these things, and they're gonna show these things because people are like, well, you put these two in this frame together, something's gotta pay off. You're not gonna just cut away. But if you're upset by those kind of things, maybe you will not like this. But it contrasts incredibly with the beauty that is throughout this film. To call it a simple documentary isn't really enough. It's almost a poem in many ways. The way it's a story, the way she expresses how their lives are led is more artistic than educational, I think. Again, this is the kind of thing where we have kids, learning from home and everything else. And if you're homeschooling, and just to have Disney Plus, there's so much science and nature and things like that you can find on this channel. And this is just one of so many that I'm learning stuff, and I'm old. So it's the kind of thing where kids, I think, could be fascinated by the existence of these entirely separate worlds where man mostly has not encroached. And honestly, these birds have been around longer than we have, and they'll be here a lot longer than we are, depending on how badly we kill everything as we die out in a couple thousand million years, whatever. But hopefully we don't take everything with us when we decide that it's done, we're done, somebody ticked us off, let's just end it. Because these are creatures of incredible beauty that should be appreciated. And honestly, I can't recommend this enough. You need to take the time to watch something like this. Yeah, the Disney, the Pixar and the Star Wars and the Marvel and all the Disney princesses are awesome, great, good fun. But every once in a while, you need to sit back and put this on in the background, even if you're just cleaning the house. And it's honestly, you're not going to get a whole lot of house cleaning done probably, because it's going to draw you in when you see these things. You can look away and start, watching the windows. If you start seeing a little bird in danger, just look away. Every other moment, you're going to be, especially if a big high definition television, a 4K or whatever, it's going to look amazing. So yeah, take the time to watch this. The Crimson Wing, the mystery of the flamingo. I honestly, the music, the visuals, the narration, and just the creatures themselves couldn't be more beautiful. This is one of the weird, rare treasures, again, that I'm so happy that I'm doing this thing, that I would never have picked this out in a million years on my own to watch. It's just not something I would have went, oh, this is a good idea. And I would have been dumb for it, but, it's some amazing stuff. So don't be dumb like me. Follow along as I'm doing it. It's Disney Plus Everyday Challenge is about. It's not just me watching this stuff and talking about it. It's hopefully encouraging you to either watch the things I'm watching as I'm watching it, or watching it after I mention it, or, just telling you to stay away from certain really bad things. And this is not one of those. You should run towards this one. Put it on your watch list. it is worth the time. So let's pick tomorrow's, hopefully just as good episode. 57, real low. 57, we already had 57. I thought it sounded familiar. Here, I'll see what it was. 57 was Big City Greens. Yeah. Yep, I remember that one. Okay. 63. Wow, we're really staying low. Don't have to scroll very far for this one. 63 we already saw too. Come on. Oh, no. No, stop. What? Hold on. It actually took me all the way out of the file. That's not good. Ooh, love that close-up of me, right? 63 was Bizarre Dinosaurs. Okay, that was a while ago. Man, that was our 7th episode. A week into the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. Now we're almost at 300 days. We're getting there. 546. Ooh, 546 is in the thus. Oh, okay. 546 looks like it is a series. Not sure what it is, but it is called Teacher's Pet. Hopefully it's, can you see that? Teacher's Pet. Oh, it's blurry. Anyway, you get the point. Teacher's Pet 546 is what we're watching next. So we'll probably watch a few episodes and then I'll talk about it. I'm not going to watch the whole thing unless it's only got like 3 or 4 episodes total, but that's not necessarily how Disney works. Everything usually gets 3 seasons on the Disney Channel, usually. But we're not going to go that far. Unless it's really, really good, which, hey, you know, but I'm not betting on that. I've been doing this a while now. Teacher's Pet on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge tomorrow. I'll see you here.